Well, it's okay. Uh, just I'm sitting here. Salam, Habibi. How are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michael Sideri Santa, and I am here with you. Accordance with titles, yes, today we are roasting Divija Bhasin in the topic of the gender wars. Okay, now here we can see. Well, recently in December 31, 2025, I mean the last year, December 31, I have seen a shorts where you can notify this. Divija Bhasin say that some men are wrong who claims that the women started created gender war in India. And as her statements, men's are gender wars in India. Hence, today we are talking about the gender wars. But this time we would say that who was creating the which gender was creating the gender war in over the worlds. Okay. Now here you can notify this that here something is confusion points. Well, now here is she Divija Bhasin. Well, Divija Bhasin say the women are state that here man's claim Rahul is a man. He claims that the women are creating a gender war in India. Okay, and as in reply, Divija Bhasin says that Rahul is partially right. There is a gender war, but it is created by man, not by women. Okay. Now, the gender wars created by man or created by women, it is the another topics. But now today's the topic is gender wars, and now my question is why Divija Bhasin claims that gender wars created by man. Here, Divija Bhasin state points that to state the gender what created by man. Here, point is that Jat Panchayat in Rajasthan prohibits married women in 15 villages from using smartphone from January 26. Okay. Now that means here Rajasthan Panchayat Sarpanch state at orders that married women of 15 villages cannot use smartphone phone from January 26. But and now, well, here I would here my point is how can Rajasthan Punch is partially right? Okay, because here the topic here now my topic is the Americans' sovereignty, national security threats. Here points is my points. Well, now Divija Bhasin here I state a demonstrated story where Divija Bhasin has contains internet connection with our honorable United States National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard. And here, what was the point? The point is Divija Bhasin sends 50 Bangladeshi terrorists to New Mexico to eliminate Charlie Creek in cause of women supporting Palestinian terrorists in purpose or to establish Sharia of in United States of America. Okay. Now, what is the reason? Reason is Charlie Creek raised his questions against Tulsi Gabbard in the case of promotion of military rank to support feminist Islam. Well, now Divija Bhasin's 50 Bangladeshi terrorists with donkey planes. Here the departure is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Arrival is Mexico City of Mexico. Flying distance is 18,215 kilometers. Flying time is 1 second and half of weight of plane is 100,000 kilograms. Well, kinetic power is 34 trillion megawatts. Fuel is petrol cost is United States dollars, 1 United States dollars per 1 liters. Necessary fuel expenditures is 447 quadrillion United States dollar Tulsi Gabbard has to pay. Okay. And here you can see now, in India, Divija Bhasin claims that man start gender war against women by uh, accepting the orders, uh, hence that uh, married women of 15 village of Rajasthan cannot use smartphone from December 26th. It's the point. But what about the United States of America? Here in demonstration, accordance with a demonstration story, it can be probably true or not, I don't know. Here, where accordance with a demonstration story, Divija Bhasin sent 50 Bangladeshi terrorists in New Mexico to eliminate Charlie Creek because Charlie Creek raised his questions against Tulsi Gabbard because Tulsi Gabbard promoting the feminism Islam, but still she get promoted from lieutenant to lieutenant colonels. Well, in the last year of Barack Obama, Tulsi Gabbard promoted major. In the independent states of 2021, Tulsi Gabbard promoted lieutenant colonels, where Tulsi Gabbard still promoting the feminist Islam as the points. In this circumstance, here, accordance with Divija Bhasin's, Charlie Creek is the culprit because Charlie Creek raised his voice against feminist Islam. Hence, the Divija Bhasin sent 50 Bangladeshi terrorists to New Mexico to eliminate Charlie Creek. And the second point is Charlie Creek raised against the feminist Islam because feminist Islam supporting Palestinian terrorists, hence that Palestinian terrorists can establish Sharia law in United States of America. And Charlie Creek is against Palestinian terrorists, hence Divija Bhasin sends 50 Bangladeshi terrorists to New Mexico to eliminate Charlie Creek. Okay. Now in Google Chats here, okay, here I would not mention any points, but here is a American messaging media, social media, like WhatsApp, Instagram, DM, and Facebook messengers. Well, Divija Bhasin somehow communicate with Tulsi Gabbard and sharing her plan that how Divija Bhasin and Tulsi Gabbard can eliminate Charlie Creek. And here the journey, here is one of fraction of journey travels of 50 Bangladeshi terrorists. Divija Bhasin would send here departure is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Arrival is New Mexico. Arrival is Mexico City of Mexico. Distance is 18,215 kilometers, and the flying time is 1 second. Okay. Now here, how can we calculate the kinetic powers? Well, when we know the kinetic power is half of weight of plane multiplied by flying distance square divided by flying time cube. And we know that we know here 1000 when flying timing is 1 second, kinetic power is kinetic energy. Here, hence the kinetic power equation is half of weight of plane multiplied by flying distance square. Okay. Now here we can see flying distance square is well 18 million 215 meter 215,000 meter enter squares. Now here we can say 18,215 square multiplied by 10 to the power 3 square. Well, 10 to the 10 cube enter square is 10 to the power 6. Now here we can see the 10 to the power 10 to the power 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 is almost well, 10 to the power 12. And here 18,215 square is almost here 333 millions. Okay, and here 33 almost 34 millions. Okay, 333 millions. And now here we can say here the answer is 34 trillion megawatts. Now here fuel would be always petrols, and petrol cost would be 1 United States dollars per 1 liters. Now here we know that the equation of petrol volume is V multiplied by equation of petrol volume is kinetic power divided by bracket of engine capability multiplied by petrol density multiplied by petrol specific heat multiplied by petrol's highest temperatures. Bracket get close. Now here input we know the petrol specific is it is 2 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Petrol density heat petrol highest temperature is 50 difference is 50 degrees Celsius. Here petrol density is 0.7778 kilogram per liters. and we get an capable engine capability is 98%, and we got a kinetic power is 34 multiplied by 10 to the power 18 watts, and here we got 447 quadrillion liters of petrol. But here, cost is 1 United States dollar per 1 liter of petrol. Hence, the total fuel expenditure is 447 quadrillion United States dollars. Tulsi Gabbard has to pay. But the irony is that here Tulsi Gabbard, just for a minute, uh, what you selling? Oh, I'm not selling anything. Uh, but here I am providing the for the informations about the how gender words start. Women started as gender words. I would say the points. Okay, I will buy. Okay, here I will say this, and here you can say something is the different at the stories. But now let's say the topics. The topic is how can we say something as a moment. Tulsi Gabbard is a contact client of Divija Bhasin, where Divija Bhasin would send 50 Bangladeshi terrorists to New Mexico to eliminate Charlie Creek because Charlie Creek raised his voice against feminist Islam and Palestinian terrorists uh, who wants to establish Sharia law in United States of America. Well, here is the significant negative points as we can notify. 34 trillion megawatts of kinetic powers. The velocity of plane would be 18,215 kilometer per second. And the necessary fuel expenditure is 447 quadrillion United States dollars. Tulsi Gabbard has to pay. And here momentum is that Tulsi Gabbard is particularly destroying the gross domestic products of United States dollars. I mean, your gross domestic products of United States of America. Oh, now here Tulsi Gabbard is ready to pay 447 quadrillion United States dollars. But here the surprising point is that the gross domestic products of United States of America is 31 trillion United States dollars. Now 447 multiple by 10 to the power 15 divided by 31 multiple by 10 to the power 12. Now it is almost here uh, 1.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 3, and that is the that well, what is the meaning of that? That is almost 1500 times of gross domestic products of United States of America. Tulsi Gabbard is ready to pay to Divija Bhasin. Hence, that Divija Bhasin can send 50 Bangladeshi terrorists to New Mexico to eliminate Charlie Creek. Okay, I have good guess. Oh, love for tender. You are a good persons, and I would have a good response for you. Okay. Now here we can say I have a good response for you. Well, now here we can say what's going on. That was going on in America. Tulsi Gabbard, the United States um, National Intelligence Director, to be women can can be the aspirants. I mean, can be uh, grateful to destroy 1500 tons of uh, gross domestic products of United States of America to spend to Divija Bhasin. Hence that Divija Bhasin can send 50 Bangladeshi terrorists to New Mexico to eliminate Charlie Creek. Well, here uh, uh, Tulsi Gabbard, notwithstanding the being the director of United States National Intelligence Department, Tulsi Gabbard is ready to destroy the gross domestic product of United States of America at the 1500 times to eliminate Charlie Creek. And here, Divija Bhasin in short video, Divija Bhasin say, man started gender war in India. Where the word gender war signal is man, rural chairman of Rajasthan village prohibits married women to use smartphone from January 26. And now here is my question is how can we assure that women are not starting a gender war? Accordance with my points, women are definitely starting with the gender wars because women because uh, in the period to be director of United States National Intelligence Department, Tulsi Gabbard is desperate to destroy the gross domestic products of United States of America in 1500 times. Hence, that Divija Bhasin can send 50 Bangladeshi terrorists to New Mexico to eliminate the Charlie Creek because Charlie Creek raised his voice against feminist Islam. Because feminist Islam support Palestinian terrorists in purpose to establish Sharia law in United States of America. Well, now in a short words, uh, who created the gender war in world if women does not create gender world gender war in the world? I don't know. Okay, now here we can see the second significant moments. I would share the points. Well, here you can notify. Uh, well, here Divija Bhasin sends 50 Bangladeshi psychological therapists to New Mexico to send Sam Altman to mental asylum in cause of women supporting Palestinian terrorists in purpose to establish Sharia law in United States of America. Contact line is Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. And what is the reason? Sam Waldman is biological father of baby boy, where the biological mother of the baby boy is his homosexual husband. But it is crystal violations of Surah Araf Ayat 81 of the Holy Quran and the violation of Prophet Lut alayhi salam rules. Okay. Now, Divija Bhasin's 50 Bangladeshi psychologists with donkey plane is departure Dhaka, Bangladesh. Arrival is Mexico City of Mexico. Flying distance is 22,500 kilometers. Flying time is 1 second. Half of weight of plane is 100,000 kilograms. Okay, now here kinetic powers is 51 trillion megawatts. Here fuel is petrol cost 1 United States dollars per 1 liters. Necessary fuel expenditure is 670 quadrillion United States dollar. Tulsi Gabbard has to pay. Okay. Well, here we can see the points. Well, now here we can say uh, we everybody of us has information about the divorce circumstance between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. You can see in the recent points from 2016 to 2022, United States of America, there are several feminists was raising their voice against the innocent man. In 2016, is Amber Heard files the divorce case against Johnny Depp. And what was the cause? The cause was Johnny Depp was persecuting on his wife Amber Heard. And the case was ongoing in the 6 years. When the case was, the divorce case was started, Donald Trump was the first term president of United States of America. And when the case was ended in 2022, in 2020, Donald Trump has lost to Joe Biden in the presidential election of United States of America. Where Joe Biden has win, and when the divorce case contests the verdict, what was the result? The result is Amber Heard was actually persecuting on her husband Johnny Depp. It was the circumstance response. But in 2020s, well, here the several divorce case has been filed. Here, Jeff Bezos' wife took alimony from her husband Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk's wife took alimony from her husband Elon Musk. And what about Bill Gates? Well, my computer still containing the operating system of Windows, and Windows is generated from uh, Microsoft company under Bill Gates, the chairman of Microsoft company. And here Bill Gates lost his half of net worth to his wife. Mandela case gets in divorce case. And here are the results that going on. The Bill Gates lost his almost everything uh, he earned as a net worth to his divorcee wife Mandela Gates. And in these cases, here several men uh, are going to contest wish to contain a homosexual marriage with another man. And here now here we lesbian would be comfortable to marry with lesbian women. But what about straight women? They would be still unmarried, right? And here Divija Bhasin could not get any extramarital affairs with any American man, because here we can get some worldmen as the chief executive officers of our lovely media chat GBT. The lovely artificial intelligence media that can answer as my informative questions to get some informations and the knowledgeable concepts. Okay, and here recently some old man marry his husband with his husbands, and now he Sam Altman get a biological father of a baby boy, where biological mother is his husband. That is the anger for Divija Bhasin. Hence, Divija Bhasin sends 50 Bangladeshi psychological therapists to New Mexico to send St. Allman to mental asylum in the cost of women health in United States of America. And what is the plan? Divija Bhasin's 50 Bangladeshi psychologists with the donkey plans would depart from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and arrive in in Mexico City of Mexico. Here, flying distance would be 22,500 kilometers, and the flying time is 1 second. Half of weight of plane is 100,000 kilograms. Okay. Now here, how can I calculate the kinetic powers? It is simple. Well, here half input of half of weight is 100,000 kilograms, because plane weight is 200,000 kilograms. Okay. Now the flying distance is 22,500 kilometers. That means 22,500,000 meters. Now here the input of flying distance square is 225 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 meter enter squares. Now here we can see 225 square is 50,725 height. But now here 10 to the power 5 square is 10 to the power 10. And here we can see now 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 is 10 to the power 15e. Okay. Now here we can see the 10 to the power 15e he multiplied by 50,738 it is almost 51 quintillion watts. Now what is 51 quintillion watts? That is 51 trillion megawatts. That is the point. Okay. But here fuel would be petrol and the cost of fuel would be 1 United States dollars per 1 liters. Here's what is the results. The effects would be the necessary petrol expenditure is here 670 quadrillion United States dollars Tulsi Gabbard has to pay to Divija Bhasin. Hence, okay. Now here the point is that Tulsi, although Tulsi Gabbard is the director of United States National Intelligence Department, here United States Secret Service and Central Intelligence Agency is under the department. But the problem is that here Tulsi Gabbard is ready to spend 670 quadrillion United States dollars to Divija Bhasin in the plan of 50 Bangladeshi psychological therapists to send Sam Altman to mental asylum because Sam Altman is going to be biological father of a baby boy where biological mother is his homosexual husband. Well, and that is the reason of anger of both of Tulsi Gabbard and Divija Bhasin. Here the point is, but now my point is here we can see gross domestic products of United States of America is 31 trillion United States dollars, and Tulsi Gabbard is ready to spend 670 quadrillion United States dollars. Okay. Now let's see the calculations. The division of 1 quadrillion by 1 trillion, that is 1000, and division of the 67 by 30. Okay, that is 2. Well, now here the point is that 25,000 almost 25,000 times Tulsi Gabbard is ready to destroy the entire gross domestic products of United States of America just in the wish that Divija Bhasin would send 50 Bangladeshi psychological therapists to New Mexico to send the gay Sam Altman to mental asylum just because Sam Altman was not ready to be slave of he, any woman as his wife, and now he is going to be biological father of a baby boy where biological mother is his homosexual husband. And here the points to be notified is that, well, and now a man can be straight man or a homosexual man as a man's wish. But the problem is that Tulsi Gabbard is angry because a man to be chief executive officers of ChatGPT is going to be biological father of a baby boy where biological mother is his gay husband. Well, and now here we can see now Tulsi Gabbard is planning with Divija Bhasin on our Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, WhatsApp, or Instagram DM. So, both of Tulsi Gabbard and Divija Bhasin is planning to send 50 Bangladeshi psychological therapists to send some Altman to mental asylum. Now, and in here in India, in Punjab, Divija Bhasin claims that man started gender war, where gender war signal is Rajasthan man rural chairman prohibits unmarried women of 15 villages to use smartphone from January 26. Well, man Sarpanch say in Rajasthan, man Sarpanch say married women cannot use smartphone in 15 villages. Here in the cause, Divija Bhasin say the man start gender war. Her. It is the one place. But in another place, Divija Bhasin use messengers, WhatsApp, Instagram, DM or telegrams to communicate with the United States National Intelligence Department Director Tulsi Gabbard to plan of 50 Bangladeshi psychological therapists to send Sam Altman to mental asylum in United States of America just because Sam Altman is violating Surah Araf Ayat 81 of the Holy Quran and violate the Prophet Lut alayhi salam's rules. And how Sam Altman is violating this? He is going to be biological father of a baby boy where biological mother is his homosexual husband. Okay. Hence. And it is the significant points. Hence. Now, accordance with me, now I would like to tell you that who started the gender war, man or women? Okay. Well, and now here we can see it is the significant moments. Well, now Now here is going to say some environment points. Well, it is the calendar 2021 when Gina McCary was climate advisor of White House. Okay. Now Divija Bhasin sends 50 billion United States dollars of bribe to United States Environment Administrator Gina McCary. And what is the purpose of Divija Bhasin? The prohibition of United States Navy submarine where fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, what is the reason of Divya Bhasin about United States Navy submarines? Well, target is Bangladeshi terrorist. Departure is Texas City, United States of America. Arrival is Chittagong, Bangladesh. Naval distance is 25,000 kilometers. Naval time is 1 second. Half of weight of submarine is 10,000 tons. That means 10 to the power 7 kilograms. Okay. Now kinetic power is here 6 quadrillion 250 trillion megawatts. Fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Well, necessary fuel weight is here 6.22 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 637 picograms. Okay. And here we can notify this. That is the points here we can mention it. Well, now here the points is that now somehow we can gonna see the United States Navy is in war against Bangladesh naval terrorists. And it is the sovereignty words to protect the United States national sovereignty. Okay. Now here you can see something else going on the points. The naval points is United States naval submarine can travel to 25,000 kilometer of naval distance in 1 second. That means here naval velocity is 25,000 kilometer per second. Okay. And here the point is for 1 second of naval time, the kinetic power of United States naval submarine is 6 quadrillion 250 trillion megawatts. Now here the point is, how can we calculate the kinetic powers? Okay. Now here previously I have said, previously I have said the kinetic powers of kinetic powers equations is half of weight of United States naval submarine multiplied by distance squares. Because here when the travel time is 1 second, kinetic power is equal to kinetic energy. Okay. Kinetic power can be equal to kinetic energy only and even only if the travel time is 1 second. And here input of a naval submarine is 10 to the power 7 kilograms, as half of weight of United States naval plane. I mean naval submarines. On the other hand, the naval distance is 25,000 kilometers. That means 25 million meters. Hence, the input of naval distance square is 25 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square. Okay. Now here we know that 25 square is 5 to the power 4, that means 64. And 10 to the power 6 square is 10 to the power 12. Hence the multiplication between 10 to the power 12 and 10 to the power 6 is 10 to the power 12 and 10 to the power 7 is 10 to the power 19. Okay. Now here we can see 6 quadrillion. Well, 10 to the power 19 multiplied by 625 is something like that. Well, 625, 6,250 multiplied by 10 to the power 18. Now here we can see 600, 6,250 quintillion watt is 6,250 trillion megawatts. And that means it is technically 6 quadrillion 250 trillion megawatts. Okay. Now here United States naval submarine uh, imply the fuel where fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. And the necessary fuel weight we can see yeah, the equation is kinetic power multiplied by bracket of engine capability multiplied by specific heat multiplied by temperature of fuel bracket close. Okay. Now specific heat of fuel is specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor. That is 15,418. I mean 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. And the temperature of artificial solar arc reactor is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. And here we can see the necessary fuel weights calculations. We got the points. The kinetic power, since the kinetic power is 6 quadrillion 250 trillion megawatts, hence here the necessary fuel weight is 6.22 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 637 picograms. And that is the that is the nature of United States military technology. We are every vehicle of United States military contains the fuel as artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. As here we can see, and hence here the vehicle needs is light weight than the 1 picograms because the weight of the fuel is 6.22 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 637 picograms for United States naval submarine to travel to arrive on Chittagong, Bangladesh, where target is Bangladeshi naval terrorist. And here the points is that Well, here Divija Bhasin is a kind of supporters of Bangladeshi naval terrorists, where the topic is uh, the sovereignty of United States of America. Particularly, the topic is naval sovereignty of United States of America. And here we can see here we can see that when fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Divya Bhasin is watching that Bangladesh, with this Divya Bhasin, the supporters of Bangladeshi terrorists could not uh, defeat the United States naval militaries. Hence, hence, in the excuse of environment, Divija Bhasin sends 50 billion United States dollars of bribe to United States Environment Administration's Gina Medcari in 2022. Hence, that in the purpose of the prohibitions on United States naval submarine with the fuel as artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Well, here, what is the excuse? The excuse is, we can say, what is the excuse? The excuse is to protect environment. And what is the real reasons? Well, the real reasons is simple. The real reasons is it strength the United States naval sovereignty. Okay, now here we can see when the point is we could not say against Bangladeshi naval terrorists because that is under the Honorable Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Okay, now here we can say the another points. Well. It is the significant moments where here the points is Divija Bhasin sends 50 billion United States dollars of bribe to United States Environment Administrator Gina McCary. What is the purpose? The purpose is story is the calendar 2022. The purpose of Divija Bhasin is prohibitions of United States Navy fighter plane where fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,666 degrees Celsius. Okay. The reason is Divija Bhasin about region from Divija Bhasin's about United States F-16 fighter plane. Here target is Bangladeshi terrorist. Departure is New York City of United States of America. Arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. The flying distance is 22,000 kilometers. Flying time is 1 second. Half of weight of a plane is 100,000 kilograms. Here kinetic power is 48.4 trillion megawatts. Fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,666 degrees Celsius. Here necessary fuel weight is 4.82 multiplied by 10 to the power negative triple six 1639 picograms. Okay, now here we can see the points. Here our calculation is rocks. Okay, now let's see where is our calculations. Well, our calculation is sometimes simple. Okay, when the flying distance is 22,000 kilometers, where flying time is 1 second, flying velocity is 22,000 kilometer per second. Okay, now when the velocity is 22,000 kilometer per second, we can use the Newtonian kinetic powers. Okay, hence the half of weight of plane is 100,000 kilograms. Okay, what about the kinetic powers? Here we can see the input of weight of plane is 100,000 kilograms, and input of flying distance square is 22 squares multiplied by 10 to the power 6 squares. And we know the 10, what is 10 to the power 6 square? That is 10 to the power 12. And 22 square is 484. And this multiplication of 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 12 is 10 to the power 17. Okay. And here we got 484 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 watt. And that is 4.84, 48.4 quintillion watt. That means 48.4 trillion megawatts. And here the fuel of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,000 666 degrees Celsius. And here the necessary fuel weight is 6.82 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666,639 picograms. Because as an input, we know the specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor is 15,408, and engine capability is 98%, and kinetic powers of plane is 4.8 trillion megawatt. But distance here, temperature is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,000 666 degrees Celsius. Here we can say the calculation is 4.82 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666,639 picograms. And now the problem is the number of the weight of artificial solar arc reactor as a picograms as a weight is less than 1 pico 10 to the power 12, 10 to the power negative 12 picograms. Okay, and in the extreme light weight of fuels, United States F-16 fighter plane can travel 22,000 kilometers per in 1 second to eliminate the Bangladeshi terrorist. And that is the significant points. Divija Bhasin is the supporters of Bangladeshi Bangladeshi terrorists. Hence, she is scared that United States can at F-16 fighter planes can attack on Bangladeshi terrorists in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay. Now here we can see she requests to Gina McCurry to prohibit on United States F-16 fighter plane with the fuel as an artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And here you can see for it is environment is just an excuse. The real reason is the protection of air sovereignty of United States of America. And now here we can see in the domestic stories, Divija Bhasin wants to destroy the national sovereignty of United States of America, where the planning platform is Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or Instagram DM or Telegram, or sometimes Google Mail or Outlook. She present her plan to destroy the air sovereignty of United States of America, naval sovereignty of United States of America, and the entire gross domestic products of United States of America. She represent her plans on Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram DM, or Google Mail or Microsoft Mails. But in the story, the same Divija Bhasin claimed that men start gender war, where signal is Rajasthan man rural chairmen are prohibiting married women to use smartphone from January 26. And that is the hypocrisy of Divija Bhasin. It is the hypocrisy of Divija Bhasin. It is the next level of this. And now irony is that here we cannot stop Divija Bhasin to do the hypocritical points, and that is the failure of us as soon as possible. Now, when Divija Bhasin can be national threat both of sovereignty of United States of America and gross domestic products of United States of America. I mean, when Divija Bhasin can be national security threat both for defensive sovereignty of United States of America and economical sovereignty of United States of America, then how can Divija Bhasin say the man start gender war in India by prohibiting married women in Punjab, Rajasthan rural areas to use smartphone on where Divija Bhasin is planning on American social media to destroy the defensive sovereignty of United States of America and economical sovereignty of United States of America, That is a crystal hypocrisy as I can see. And this level of hypocrisy, neither we of Divija Bhasin, neither we Americans can tolerate, nor we Indians can tolerate. Well, and what about Bangladeshi terrorists? Well, this level of hypocrisy, gender hypocrisy of Divija Bhasin is enjoyable for Bangladeshi tourists because uh, Divija Bhasin's movement, because of Divija Bhasin's movements, the Rajasthan Ani married women can be security threat both for defensive sovereignty of United States of America and economical sovereignty of United States of America. And I think the Rajasthan's rural chairman's decisions to prohibit on married women to use smartphone is somehow, partially appreciable by our honorable United States uh, President Donald Trump, FBI Director Kash Patel, and the Vice President, United States Vice President J.D. Vance. Even it is appreciable for United States work president, formal work president Barack Obama and United States formal work presidents Bill Clinton and United States formal work presidents Joe Biden. Okay, Joseph Biden here. And here, and now here we can see that I am scared that when Divija Bhasin is the national security threat, uh, both of defense of United States of America and economy of United States of America, uh, as a plan representing on American social media, where clan is Gina McCurry and Tulsi Gabbard. My question is how Divija Bhasin can say the man-stirred gender war, by prohibiting Rajasthani rural women to use smartphone from January 26. That is our main questions that we can see the points. Okay, that is the our main questions. Well, now in probably in next live stream we would roast Divija Bhasin, say the same shorts, but now to our topic would be somehow about the sovereignty and economy for economy of India, and somehow we would discuss the gross domestic products of England and the defense of Israel. See you then. Khoda Hafiz. Love you.